Hey guys, welcome to another video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at some gameplay that I had on the test server. And this is the bot Ares, and I put some lockdown weapons on it. This is Hades, put an Ember and some other some Halo on it. And I think lockdown weapons will be great for these bots because they will let you use your shield really well. And then I put a Falcon in there, just to see how it compares to these new bots. So yeah, let's get into the first battle. So what I found out during this test server is that these bots are actually really fun to play. They're kind of like a pursuer or like a blitz. They're like really fun to just go out there and use your shield, and it's really like skill based, and I really like it. So we have Beacon Rush on Valley. So I started out with this bot, and what I'm going to do is get that speed boost at the beginning. So if you activate both of your weapons, both of your things, like this guy, he activated his thing. That looks like kind of like a Jessie when it switches weapons, and that's really interesting. So what I found out is you activate the ability, and then you have a time, like I think it's like 8 seconds, where you have your shield go up, and then you click a button, and then it goes to your weapons. So then I already used my ability, which isn't very smart, but I was just figuring this out. So yeah, here I'm reloading the ability, and it does have a really quick reload time. But as you can see, I have only 107,000 HP. So I activate that, and I'm shooting into his shield, and I realize that it is invincible. So what you want to do is not do that. So now I have my speed boost, and here I'm not really using this really well because I'm just figuring it out, but I somehow get a triple kill. So I lock this guy down, and now I have 4 seconds on my shield, and this is where you don't want to be, where the enemy has your shield. So when I activate it, then I activate it again, not realizing that my shield is gone. So you always want to keep that shield for as long as possible when you play this bot. So I'm gonna go with the Hades, and the Hades is the one that can actually heal your bot, and I actually think that the Hades is more powerful than the Ares, to be honest, because it can survive longer. But I don't really like the design. It looks kind of like a Vityaz, and it's kind of like milky-ish. I wish they made it like darker, kind of like Hades from the Underworld and something like that. But yeah, I mean, it's not bad. So with this bot, you kind of want to play a little more safe, but you can do basically anything. You can brawl, you can heal, you can flank, and that's what Hades is for, and it's really fun to do that and just be able to get in any kind of position and be able to do some good. So this guy's now using his shield, and now this pursuer is going to come at me, and I'm just going to turn around and just lock him right down, just put my weapon right in his face. But then I'm gonna die right afterwards. So then I'm gonna spawn in my Ares, and it really does look like you can jump or you can hover, because obviously it has the same weapon setup as like a Griffin or like a Raven and the hover. So like it's really trippy when you spawn in with one of these if you played those other bots. So this Falcon just jumped. My lock didn't really work, and we got him. And now this guy used his shield, and I'm just gonna use my shield. And then after this battle, I realized that right now I'm not firing into his shield, because all that will do is will waste my firepower, and maybe his firepower will grow stronger. So now that I have speed, I'm just gonna walk around these guys, but of course I get locked down, and that's what it's all about in today's meta, just locking players down and just drilling them alive. So I'm gonna spawn in my Falcon, and that match is just gonna be over right then and there. So now that the guy's shield is down, I'm gonna fire at him, and then that is game. And I think that actually, I was thinking that maybe the Falcon could be a counter to one of these bots, but I think that they both work really different, to be honest. Let's say you have a Ares or a Hades, and a Falcon jumps at you with fangs out. The Falcon will do all his damage, and you can activate your shield and absorb all that damage. Then once he's shot all his shots, then you can activate your weapons, and you're going to do so much damage to him that it might even outweigh his resistance. So let's queue into another match. We only did 500,000 damage because it was a quick match, and I was still figuring out how to play the robots. So this match is going to be a really good match because it's going to be a match where I actually know what I'm doing, and it's a good match. So I'm getting gonna spawn in with this bot, but I don't know if I do this round or not. But what you actually want to do is activate both your abilities, really quickly at the beginning, and then you get that speed boost, and you can just go. And this was really unclear yesterday when we did the early test server video, but now that I see it, it's not that overpowered because you don't have the weapons as you have your shield. So I just locked that guy down, but obviously I get locked as well, and I'm just gonna get into cover. What I want to do is wait for them to be vulnerable for me to attack. So I try to lock him down. I see that there's a Shocker Inspector over here. I still get chained even though I'm really far from my teammate. And there's a guy going over to the right, but I want to try to lock this guy down. He's not getting locked. Okay, this guy just dropped his shield, so I really want to punish him for using that shield too early. And now this guy is going to come to me, and I activate it. I lock him down and kill him, and then I activate my ability to do as much damage as possible to this guy and make sure he doesn't take center. And the thing is, after you do all that, you still got that speed boost in case you gotta run away, or attack, or get into cover. And I think this bot isn't gonna be overpowered like some people think, and that you might think it would be. But if used really well, it's gonna be kind of like a blitz. You can do really a really good job at protecting your teammates and helping out with it. So there you go, I died, but what I think I did wrong there is I activated my weapons too quickly, and what you want to do is just activate the ability and just stay in it as long as possible. But here once again I'm doing this to get that speed boost, and now see how I kind of like jump when my weapons flip, and that really allows you to move really fast, that 80% boost. You want to use it really wisely. Okay, so we have the Scourge. I want to try to see if I can get this pilot guy. As you can see, the Hades also heals itself, which is why I think it's a better bot. But the Ares can also be really good. So, and I'm going to do a comparison video, probably tomorrow, with 3 matches on each one, and we'll see how it goes. So that guy activated his shield. Now that he dropped his shield, I'll fire into him. Now I want to get around the corner, try to use my shield and protect my teammate, and there we go, my teammate survived, which is exactly what I wanted. But then my weapon's instantly activated, and I have the boost. I want to try to hide into cover, and yeah, those 10 seconds are when you're most vulnerable, but even before that, when you are still shooting your weapon, you still are vulnerable. And see, I activate my shield, but he still gets me. And I think it's either a bug, or it just takes some time to activate the shield, which is not really smart in my opinion, because you want to have that instant protection if this bot's going to be viable at all. Because from what I'm seeing, it is good, but it's not as good to be widely gone after right at the beginning of the release date. So here, the Spectre just shot me, but as you're gonna see, I'm gonna heal myself up right back again. I'm gonna come and help my teammates over here. They get annihilated by this Mercury, and I'm just gonna keep with my Ember right on him. So I've turned my shield on, and this is why the Hades is, in my opinion, way better. You can just do this, activate the weapon, I lock him down again, I'm gonna Ember him, and now I'm just healing. As you can see, my health was really low, or not really low, but it was almost halfway done for, and then I just got healed up by myself. I didn't have to go after a mentor, I didn't rely on my teammates, I just did it. And you can also brawl with it too, which is like the description said, it's a bot that can do multiple things. So here I activate my shield, and me and my teammate just deny him, and now I activate my weapon, and obviously he just activates his shield right afterwards. So I'm gonna stop firing. This guy is here. I'm trying to kind of hide behind him and kind of like spread the damage between ourselves, because I see that he has a lot of health, and I don't want to die and leave him by himself, which is kind of selfish, but it was for the greater good. It's not like he had low health and I was just hiding behind just to survive. So I locked that guy down, I have my shield now. This guy's weapon is deactivated, and now I'm just gonna grill him. But I don't know, I think I accidentally activated my weapons. So you don't want to do that. You want to always keep your shield for as long as possible, except if they're really low and you need to get that extra burst in to kill them. But this battle is almost basically won. They have only 2 people and we have 4. And it would be really cool if Hades could actually heal your teammate. But I figured out that you can't do that, because that would be really cool. You can also use it to support it in that kind of way. And another thing that I found difficult on this test server is when you look at a player and you see the blue shield, you think to fire with your weapon to either put the shield down or you can do damage to him. It depends on if you can get through. So they should actually make the bar physically purple, unless Pixonic thinks that it shouldn't be purple, that players should need to find out for themselves what it is and should be more cautious in that way. Which I guess both ways are ways that Pixonic could incorporate this into the game. So yeah, so here I am killing this guy, and there we go, got him. And then Miserable Life, he's gone as well, and that is GG. So then we have another match here. This match is, and we did 991,000 damage, and that is way more than the second place guy did, and and a little more than the enemy's top damage dealer was. So here we are gonna go again, I believe, or yeah, we're gonna go again. Hopefully we get a short range map again, maybe even Beacon Rush. There we go. But it's Springfield. Okay, so I'm gonna once again do this strategy where you start off with a bot or with Ares, and you kind of boost your speed, and that's basically what you want to do if you want to capture the beacons. And I love how like the animation just goes out, and you can just see the weapons, and then they like come back in, and then they just fire. It's really like thought out of Pixonic to do this. And what I think Pixonic had issues was they wanted to have it too medium and too light, but they didn't want it to look like or seem like a Griffin or a Raven. So what they did is they put the medium and light weapons kind of on the same level. As you can see, it's kind of like hidden away, and obviously I get locked down, and I'm just gonna get shredded up here because they all have range, and they're all just gonna peek out. And I already used my ability, so what I should have done is actually hidden. But no, I just go out, and I think that I can make it with 92,000 health. Look at that, look at that. I'm just getting shredded, and I just die. I did nothing. So that's why you don't really want to do that in the Ares. It's a fragile bot. It has the weapons. It's like a Spectre, except you have, instead of stealth, you have that one thing that can save you is the shield. So I think this bot is going to be like the Spectre. People are going to use it, but if the Spectre messes up, it can easily get brought down. But what I think this bot is it's going to be easier to mess up, because there's so many steps to it. There's the shield, then there's the weapon, then there's the speed at the end. And the Hades is a little more forgiving when you mess up. For example, I just messed up here, but because I have that heal ability, I'm just going to be able to heal that right back up. And I think the Hades is going to be, yeah, that's why I think the Hades is going to be a better bot, to be honest. I mean, it may not have the firepower, but I think it's way more survivable, and you can get on one-on-ones and easily win. While with Ares, you need to have that ability ready. See, the ability for Hades lasts way longer, and the cooldown is about the same. So you see the shield and then the weapon, 3, 2, 1, and then I get healed for 8 seconds. And that healing really helps. And see, my teammate is not getting healed, which sucks, because it would be great if the teammate could be healed as well. So see how at the beginning I had almost no health from that initial engagement, but because I can self-heal, I was just able to regain all the health. So I'm kind of wanting to make sure that he gets locked down before I activate the ability, and sure enough, he activates that as well. But the difference is, oh no, he's the same bot, but if it wasn't in Ares, I'd still be able to win, because I'd have that healing just to come right after it and save me. So I kill him, and I'm just healing myself right back up. And then this is I don't see this Falcon because it's like blended in. And I try to lock him down, and I do. So we're all just spawn raiding them because, of course, it's a test server and not everyone is good. So I'm trying to absorb as much damage as possible, and I'm gonna get grilled by the guy to my right, and that's game. So now, yeah, now I just want to spawn back in and try to get some damage. This Hades is still a really good bot. Like, some people are like afraid of the Ares. Yes, it has 8 weapons, yes, but only 109,000 HP. It's not enough at all. I think the Spectre has about the same, and it has 4 medium weapons, which, let's say you think it was the same, but the stealth jump and the stealth afterwards, and also kind of this bot kind of just feels like its vulnerability is way more than the Spectre. Look at that, you get 1, 2, and then after that you can't do anything. Now you just gotta wait, and the enemy, if they take the opportunity of this, they'll literally just eat your bot alive. Look at that. That's a Hades right there. He just healed himself back up, and now he's coming after me. And now another Ares popped up there, and now let's try to get him with the shield. So he used his ability, and I'm gonna come in from behind and get him from within the shield, but I don't realize that he's within my shield, so then I just die right away. So I'm gonna go in my Hades, but we won't be able to make it all the way there. So basically, these bots are both pretty good, and I think the Ares will be really good if you have 2 Ares and maybe a mentor or something that can support your Ares, because it's like a Spectre, it's really fragile. But I think the Hades is what we're really looking at to be a big change. With the healing and the other things, it's like, it's a good deal overpowered if it stays like this. So yeah guys, thank you for watching, and hit subscribe for other videos. I'm gonna post one tomorrow of a Ares versus the Hades with some matches, some details, and some battles with how much damage is at the end with a full hanger of each. So yeah.